Visman with a wrister, that one wide. Azzelin back to Toporowski, threw a shot, that one blocked, rebound in front of Dawes. And Abate collided with Dawes in the process, no penalty. It's back to neutral territory, and Jack Ashawn will hold possession. A feed by Steen gives it to Toporowski. Big time scorer for the Bruins this season. Here's a Sean toe drag and the wrister pull. Almost got it to Dawes' skate. Back to Steen, who holds it in possession. Back to Beecher. Beecher, he'll backtrack and play it off the far end. Sean trying to keep it on sides. Very close by the blue line. Still holding it with his skate. Play paused. Clock continuing to tick down here in the second period. A lot of times you'll see play stall like that. And now the puck will go back inside the Utica end. Here comes Beecher. He'll lose the possession fight with Simon Nemec, who immediately gets dropped. Vinny Lettieri sent him off the near wall corner. Some more pushing and shoving with Nemec and Lettieri. Back to the top with Didier, feed for Steen, has it on his forehand, shot and just wide of Nico Dawes. It goes back to the near wall. Graham Clark will play it off the boards, and now Brandon Bussey will change possession with the Bruins. Comets will go for the change as Providence works neutral ice. Little over 11 minutes remaining in the second period. Things getting chippy here at the Amp. Here's Jeremy Grallo. Cross ice pass down the way, and a whistle will come for icing with just under 11 to go in the second period.
You're absolutely right, Brett. This game is getting chippy. That's what happens when you're down 1-0, like the Comets are. And during all of that, you can hear the fans here at the Amp kind of getting into it as well, chanting, "Let's go Bruins." The atmosphere here is electric as always, and that's what you like to see here. That's what helps the Providence Bruins, and that's why they have a great home record, 7-4-3 at home. But it's weird. Sometimes you see teams have better records at home than they do away, but the Providence Bruins are 13-3-2 on the road. Overall, a solid team.
Both teams have been extremely streaky in the last month. Providence just snapping a 4-game winning streak on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Comets 10-0-2 in their last 12 games. Absolutely exceptional from this Utica team, still fighting for first place in the North Division. Played off the Providence boards. It's sent to Connor Carrick. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the second period. Again, 1-0 Bruins. Brasso goes cross ice in the attacking end. This one to Dan Renouf. He'll play it off his backhand to Brasso. Behind the cage of Dawes. They'll send it to the far wall for Tice Thompson. Comets trying to work neutral territory. They'll do so. Here they come at a 2-on-2. That shot is blocked by Bussey, and it's sent down low. Wagner will play it ahead for Bruins attack. Here's Lysell, plays it off the near wall, ahead of Dawes. Look to play it by the boards. A pass in front of the crease for Riley Walsh. Walsh feeds it to his right. Visman with a foot race now to the far end boards. Talvini trying to play it in front. Back to Visman. Still to the far end, and it clears the blue line, so Utica will look to reset the charge. And now a whistle will be blown for offsides. First media timeout with 9:12 remaining in the second period. Bruins up 1-0 here at the Pavilion. We're going to take a short break here on AHL TV. You're listening to Providence Bruins Hockey. Welcome to the Northeast General's Intermission Report. I'm joined here by ringside with Jackson McCarthy, committed to Mercyhurst. Jackson, what a goal in that first period, man. Backdoor, perfect place, perfect time. Walk us through the process of getting that goal.
You know, it's just when you got great line mates. Schubert had an unbelievable pass, just threading it through 2-3 guys, and I was just there to clean it up. You know, they did all the hard work, and I was just there to cash in, you know. So without them moving the puck well and them just getting it there, is nothing I could really do. I just buried it, and they did all the hard work.
Now, you guys had that double minor in the first period that you took advantage of. That's what led to that goal that you scored early on. You guys are playing aggressive through these first 20 minutes. What's it taking so far as a team effort to really pull ahead in front of Maine so far?
You know, just trying to make those safe-to-tape passes, just getting on behind their D, just kind of wearing them down, you know, just playing hard, good hockey. You know, just staying at the fundamentals, just kind of keep going. You know, that's just makes us successful. You know, just laying body, making good passes, getting shots on net.
Jackson, thank you again. 2-1 Generals going into the second period. We'll be right back. Welcome back by ringside. I'm joined by Vincenzo Capano. Vincenzo, you had a ton of shots in those first 2 periods. Talk about your strategy trying to get those opportunities on goal.
We're just trying to get pucks deep and start the cycle. I feel like they're leading guys in the slot and just going from low to high, get pucks to the point, get shots on net.
Now, a once-in-a-lifetime experience here at Quinnipiac University. What's been your favorite part of this All-Star game?
I love playing against some of my teammates like Daniel Moore. I also love playing against Matt Maglio, you know, those guys. We kind of mess around, chirp them a little bit. It's a fun experience.
We'll be right back by ringside. Thank you.
Thanks, Cam. An absolutely heartwarming story down on the sidelines. And speaking of community and members of the organizations that have really put a touch on all of these staff and players, I'm joined here in the box with a very special member of the Brockton Rox community. His name's Evan Franz. And Evan, first of all, welcome into the broadcast booth. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, hold on one second. I pop up towards right field, and Ortiz will be put out by Gridstead for out number 1. Shannon Brown had a hit to begin the inning, so he's over at first base. But, Evan, let's talk about when you first came with the Rox. Right back in Pittsfield, you had a warm welcome onto the field. What was it like being there and just signing that one-day contract with the Rox?
It was amazing, honestly. I didn't expect it, and, geez, I'm thankful.
So what was it like meeting some of the players in the locker room on the field? I know that's a big experience, and just meeting all of those different guys down on the field. How did they react when they saw you there for the first time?
I felt like they are family with the team.
Yeah, I mean, family is a big word here with the Brockton Rox organization, and General Manager Tom Tracy, Jackson Roberts, our operations manager, have helped make everybody feel like family and a brotherhood here, and I'm sure, Evan, you can attest to that as well, and we were extremely excited to see you with the Brockton Rox organization. We know Norm as well welcomed you with a massive opening in Pittsfield.
Oh, yeah.
What was it like being in the bright lights and being in front of that big crowd for the first time?
It was crazy, honestly, but when I was hitting 85 or 80, I have had that in a while.
Yeah, let's go back to that at-bat that you had. You led off for the Brockton Rox. It was announced by our owner, Norm. Hold that thought. That one, a base hit out towards left field. Andy Martin jumps on it for the second time today, so it'll be runners on first and second with 1 out for the Rox. But you had that leadoff hit for the Suns back in the opening remarks of that ball game. You can see Martin with that beautiful hit there. What was it like leading out there, stepping in the batter's box, digging in your cleats to the dirt? What was it like getting that base hit?
It was like welcome back to baseball, because I mean, with all health care and doing all that, I'm just grateful through everything.
So what's been your experience now here in Worcester? This is your first time at the ballpark and the bright lights in the new city. How have you taken accustomed to the new city here in Worcester with the Rox?
I really like it, but I really want to see that for the Red Sox triple A.
Oh, yeah. The Worcester Red Sox right down the road, of course, joining a few years ago. This one a shallow grounder over towards second, flipping on Goodman over towards first, and Noriega makes the second out catch. Both runners will advance, and with 2 down, it'll be Mike LaRocca stepping in. But have you made an appearance out at Polar Park yet for the AAA Red Sox?
I have not, but I went to the Syracuse Mets last year.
Yeah, and the Syracuse Mets have really been in the headlines a lot today.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a few guys that are coming up for the prospects, and they'll be in the All-Star game coming up soon. So, Evan, you've had your fun here with the Rox. You've been with this organization for a little while now. What's been your most memorable part through all of this journey that you've had this summer?
It's a tough one. I think it's, again, I'm thankful for everything with the Rox and Norm, and just I'm overwhelmed.
Hey, and I'm sure they're absolutely ecstatic to have you part of the organization. That's what this team prides itself on, is the brotherhood in the community. You can see LaRocca taking strike two there. A 1-2 count now with 2 outs. Runners at second and third. But I'm sure being in the dugout as well, you were down there as well with the guys. That's got to be a fun experience.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the payoff pitch from Rizzi down in the corner, and he got rung up. Evan, it was an absolute pleasure having you on here in the broadcast booth. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th here. It's a 1-1 tie soon.
Lastly, in sports, the Dean men's soccer team will travel to Norwich University to take on the Cadets at 7 p.m. Dean College heads into today's inter-GNAC matchup with a record of 2-6, while Norwich comes in at 4-2. Best of luck to the guys in Norwich today. Women's volleyball also plays today versus Simmons at 6 p.m. The contest will take place inside the Pieri Gym here on campus, with Dean coming in with a record of 1-8. A friendly reminder that no fans are allowed inside the Pieri Gym during the season. Finally, ticket prices for the historic matchup between the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have now reached historic highs. According to MassLive.com, fans are now paying as much as $13,000 to watch the return of Tom Brady. The average ticket sold for the contest, it currently sits around $1,300. That's your news update. I'm Brett Chaves. Now, back to the music on Southeastern New England's hottest rock, Power 88. In sports news, the Boston Celtics are on the road tonight to face off against the Atlanta Hawks. The Celtics remain at the top of the Eastern Conference standings, while the Hawks have slowly made their way into the top 3. Boston will be without guards Marcus Smart and Michael Brogdon for the contest due to injury, but they retain the rest of their starting 5. Tip-off is set for 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lastly, in the world of football, the XFL had their first official draft since reopening under new ownership. The league's 8 teams went in snake-style draft order, selecting talent to fill their initial depth charts for the 2023 season. Some notable players selected during the draft include former Alabama standout A.J. McCarron, Martavis Bryant, Kalen Ballage, and former Syracuse quarterback Eric Dungy. The league is set to kick off in February of 2023.